Okay, hello guys and gals. I just installed a Nutone Pure Power series. This is a 4,000 square foot residential central vac system. It was already pre-plumbed, meaning the pipe was sticking right out of the ceiling and this wire running down the wall. Some things to know though, this would be a nightmare. You couldn't install this after the fact because all the pipes run all through your house with the wires. So it's just fortunate that we had it. And it just didn't have this unit. So I went online and bought one. This is a little bit bigger than I needed, but it's fine. And a little couple things about it. So there's a manual on-off button right there. You leave that in the off position. And then if you're in the garage and want to vacuum out cars and stuff, you could plug your hose in there. Notice there's no metal contacts in there. So when you insert the hose in the garage here, and this, it will not turn on automatically. So you'll have to use this switch here, as opposed to the ones in the house that have these two little contacts on the back of them inside the wall. You know, you have this faceplate to try to open this. So, you know, as you know, this is sticking in your wall, and those two contacts here. So when you insert the hose in there, the vacuuming hose, it has metal around the hose, and what it does is it connects those two pins together. When you open that up, when you plug that in, and it connects the circuit from these two little screw holes back here, which in turns runs through the wire all through the house all the way down to here, and basically it connects those two terminals together inside the unit, and it turns it on automatically. So you don't need to come and flip the switch or anything like that. There's a power reset button right there if it overheats or something. If you're installing a unit, you want to test it, just run a screwdriver across those two contacts right there to connect them, and the unit will come on, turn on, and there's a little green light to say it's alive. Also, the other thing is some of you will have this kind that has these little prongs right there, and what that's for is if you're vacuuming, hose on the end has the power head, means it has 110 volt goes to the end of your vacuum. Kind of like a regular vacuum you plug in the wall, it has the beater that turns, and not only has the suction, but it has that beater roller underneath it. So this has the same capability if you have this type. And on the back side inside your wall is 110, so black, hot, and common white. It's connected inside there to 110. Now that power is there all the time. So you just got to keep in mind that anytime you plug in that pins in there, it's going to power on your beaters. There's no other circuitry, or it has nothing to do with the vacuuming all the way down here. For example, if these wires, if this broke or something, or one of these wires came off back here on down there, but this is still connected up here, the pins, once you plug that in, that beater will still beat and turn around, rotate on the end of your vacuum head, but it would have no suction. So, yeah, some people have them, some people don't. What's interesting is all these fixtures and all throughout my house, none of the 110 is hooked. But there is 110 wires in the wall there, hot wire. So it's just a matter of me going around the house and connecting those up. Why the builder didn't connect those up, I don't know. It's kind of strange. I mean, it's an option, but if it's there, just connect the hot wires. So it's 110 volts, like I said. Some people don't have this kind of adapter and don't have this 110 in the wall. So what they do on the end of their hose, they won't get a 2-pin connector. They'll get a regular plug, you know, like an outlet plug, just regular plug, and they'll plug theirs in the regular 110 outlet, and then they'll have their power beater for the end of the vacuum head. So either way, it's going to work 110. Matter of fact, the hose I bought, hose kit, it had, you could use either a regular plug to plug in the wall or the 2-pin connectors. Just modified the end of the hose connector. So when I got it, it was a regular 2-prong, and I just switched over to the 2-pin because mine does have that capability. So a couple other things important to know is this PVC pipe for the vacuuming system is nothing you can buy local. You can't go down to the store and get the drainage pipe at a hardware store. It looks exactly the same. You bring it home, none of it will fit together. This pipe is 2-inch, and it's unique. You could go and get 2-inch PVC pipe connectors. They will not fit on there, on this vacuum pipe. So what I did is I didn't want to spend a higher price for all these fittings, So what I did is I did go to the hardware store and buy them, and then I brought them home and I drilled them out with like a hole saw. This is a really rough one. I'm not going to use it. It was an first practice one I made. So basically, I reamed this out a little bit. Remember, this is not going to be water. This is air, so it's not going to hurt anything. And once you're going to glue it, I wouldn't do this to a water line, obviously. And you can see my practice. I cracked it, but this is just my practice. And so like a hole saw, you would drill it for a door handle. You could drill in there. It's just a little bit tricky to get it started, but just drill it out, and then once you do that, then it will fit over top of the 2-inch vacuum pipe. Because when you first bring the fitting home, it will not fit on that end if you have this. Now, if you did buy the PVC pipe from the hardware store and the fittings, obviously they will all go together, but then you'd have the problem when you come home. It wouldn't. It might fit in there, to be honest, because that's like a C-clamp with a screw, set screw, a little bit bigger. But then you would have the problem up there, the different size up there. So it's just up to you if you want to. Probably most people won't do what I did and ream it out like I did. They'll just buy everything together on Amazon. Specifically note, it needs to be the elbows and pipe for a vacuum system, because run into that problem and a little workaround. So this little wire here, I'm gonna tie wrap it to this pipe to clean up a little bit. But I just didn't notice. No, this is not 110. It's I don't know how many volts it is. Really low voltage. Obviously, it would never leave something like that all. So somebody could touch that and get shocked. So, but I can touch it, and there's no problem because it's really low. But like I said, if you wanted to test it real quick, you just short a screwdriver across there, and the unit will turn on. And I don't have a screwdriver with me, or I would show you that. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'll mount it. The bracket came with it. Just screwed on the wall. Try to hit a stud because this thing, I don't know how heavy it's really going to get. It's not too heavy now, but you want it to be secure. And then I need to tighten up that screw. I didn't tighten it up yet. The other thing, I noticed the fittings, they don't seem like they glue all of them inside all the walls. I guess because it's not water, but we were doing some remodeling, and we know some of the pipes are just, and I'm not sure if that's being lazy or if that's how vacuuming people do it. Yeah, it's not water, it's not gonna leak, but it still could leak air. So when I added all this, I did glue it all. And I glued all these joints, this here, but I did not glue this piece here, this sleeve here, into here. So later on, if I need to replace this whole unit for anything, I can still grab this and slide it out this way and then take the unit off the wall. Maybe some people, if they glue it permanently, you have to get off, you have to cut it here somewhere, you know, it'll be a lot of trouble. It's not gonna leak there because it's really tight together, these fittings. And I turned it on, I felt all around it. I mean, if there was, you could put some tape around it. We're not talking some pressurized water line here, so it's just vacuum. And I guess I could turn it on here. You probably shouldn't turn it on with that. That's closed, and all the ones in the house are closed, right? But here's the exhaust. It blows out there really hard. It's got a lot of power, this little unit, surprisingly. But that's what you would have to do if you were vacuuming cars in the garage. You know, what's interesting is why couldn't they just, this T here came with the kit. Why didn't they just make this electrical also? So, you know, I could plug in the same hose from in the house and plug it in the garage and I'll turn it on. But I guess they figure, you're right here, you can just reach over and flick the switch. But how much trouble would it really be to make this metal contacts like the other thing I showed you here earlier, this? But anyway, it's kind of cool. Probably did a lot cheaper than if the builder would have did it, because you all know how builders like to charge ridiculous prices for upgrades. And it's pretty easy. This was already plumbed, like I said, and also has a specific vac plug. Not sure if I should have 2 other things plugged in there, but the things I have plugged in are really low voltage. We'll see. And it hasn't tripped no circuit breaker or anything like that. But I guess technically vac, you know, it's a vac plug. I'm not sure how many amps this little unit holds. The next one up was 5,000 square foot homes. This is 4,000. But yeah, it's kind of cool. If I were about another house, and I would definitely, I think it's a plus to already have this. But you know, because the big thing is doing steps. You just got to drag the hose. You know, it's really hard when then they sell all these other, I guess I call them aftermarket vacuums that do steps and all that. It's just a hassle. Now you just walk around with the hose. And some hoses, there's so many out there, Amazon. You'll know some of them will have switch up on the handle where you can actually turn it off. So even though the hose is plugged in the wall and it initially turns off, you could turn it off. The hose, you got to set it down for a second so you don't have to unplug it from the wall to turn it off. You can just flip the switch. Some of them don't have that switches, so it's just, if you think you want something a little extra like that, those hose kits and all that, they didn't do that. That didn't come with the house either, so I bought that, right? But there's a lot of different prices. Their range, the hose foot length is roughly 30 to 35 feet. So you just really have to measure where's your nearest wall outlet to plug this hose in. Is it going to reach to places like the steps and stuff like that where you got a vacuum? But maybe in my next video I'll show you the whole hose set I got and show you that beater thing I'm talking about with the rotating vacuum part, and it lights up and everything from the 110. But yep, this is just it. Just connect it in there and everything's good. Okay.